So, you want to start making paintings like this? You might think the best way to do it would be to practice on some big canvases. Like this, or even something like this. But I'm going to share a little secret with you. That's not the best way to make better paintings. And this is actually something that you don't see many professional artists share very often. It's paintings like this, or drawing pages like this, or this, or this, that, quite frankly, are not very good. You see videos online of people doing quick sketches and paintings, but what you don't see is how many times they've practiced that off camera. The thousands of times they've practiced that taught them the skills that they need to be able to do that really well on camera. And that goes for photos too. Sure, artists share their in-progress photos, where their painting is a little bit rougher, and it's going to take time to become an amazing painting. But because of that, and because all of those little studies and sketches and things that aren't very good aren't ever shown on camera, a lot of artists believe that the artists that they follow and look up to are creating these amazing pictures effortlessly every single time. When in reality, they get it wrong just as much as everybody else. I think the main difference between the professional artists and the people that are looking up to them is the professional artists have allowed themselves the time and the chance to experiment and fail. They definitely didn't just rush into making the biggest and most refined paintings that they possibly could. Sometimes I think you just need the reassurance that it's okay to practice and not create a super amazing painting. And sometimes that's for the best. So I'm going to share with you a little painting drill that I like to use, that if you use in the right way will improve your work faster than trying to paint something like this. And the good thing is, it's a super simple and super easy technique. And all we're going to do is scale our paintings down a bit. With every painting, there's an opportunity to learn something. Things like proportions, composition, mark making, values, and colour mixing. And I mean, that's just a few of the things. Scaling down the size, and also scaling down your expectations of what the finished painting is going to look like, is going to massively improve your work. Because what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up giving yourself more opportunities to learn. With this painting, I started by blocking in my basic shapes, which allow me to practice proportions and composition. I'm also building this painting from nothing. I didn't do a sketch, I didn't trace it, I didn't project it. So I'm also building my confidence with my brushwork and my mark making skills. I'm mixing new colours up as I go, without the worry of this has to be a great painting. I can just experiment and learn about the colours that I'm choosing to use. I can go into some detail, I don't need loads, but I can pick and choose the areas that I want the viewer to look at. Things like the eyes and the nose. This is training me to see which areas of the painting I want the focus to be on, rather than just putting everything to the same level. And then I just stop. That's it. That's enough. Sure, I could carry on painting, I could start to add more detail, go into all the tiny little bits of fur, but I don't need to do that. I'm not actually learning anything from that. It's just repetitive, small brushstrokes that don't actually teach me anything. What I end up doing is spending the next 10 hours just mindlessly putting down paint. And actually I'm thinking I'm spending all this time painting, I must be learning loads. When in reality, it's that first hour of painting where you're blocking in, where you're colour mixing, where you're thinking about proportions, composition, and really experimenting, where you learn the most. So rather than doing one big refined painting that takes you 3 months to do, you'll improve your paintings so much faster by doing 30 or 40 of these. Smaller, rougher, faster, and honestly, probably quite rubbish paintings that probably will never even see the light of day. I actually did this one as practice for a much larger painting I'm going to be working on. I wasn't going to show you this, because normally this would go into my cupboard, never to be seen again. But I thought it would be helpful to see that not every painting has to be amazing, or even shown to people. I know I've shown it to you, but let's forget about that. I've done it to try and help you. But it doesn't have to be this amazing painting in order to be valuable. I learned a lot from doing paintings like these, and I hope you will too. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about my acrylic painting techniques, then check out this video here. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.